Thanks for clicking on Just Beast Fitness. I'm your trainer Jasper Bravo, and today we are training our chest. This is that video if you have a stubborn chest that hasn't been growing and you've been doing tons and tons of flies and push-ups plus some incline flight and flat and declined bench press. This is just a video for you. We're going to give you tricks and the tips on how to make that chest grow, and we are going to start right now. Now, as you grow your chest, there's something that you need also to understand always that is very important that you can't really ignore, and that is the consistency with which you do this. This is a very common word. It's thrown all over the place, but I just need you to know that it's relevant. As far as your chest growth is concerned, you just have to train them over and over and over again before you can see some results. So always as we start our workout, we have to start with some warm-ups, and we are warming up our joints and muscles. These push-ups, just going to failure, and these reps, we're aiming for high reps. That is always when you do the push-ups, and we are controlling the weight all the way up, all the way down, just to make sure that we engage the muscles fully and keeping them ready for what is just about to unfold. So also to avoid any type of injuries, that's why it is not a waste of time to warm up. Since today's workout is going to involve a lot of light weight and high reps, we're going to start with the flat dumbbell press, and right now we are going for super high reps, at least 20 to 30 reps on this first set, and we're using 20 kilograms to do so. Now I want you to know one thing, that when you really want to do these many reps, I see people make a lot of mistake, especially when the reps are high. Guys tend to make them really quick, and then they make the reps partial just to make sure that they hit the number of reps. That one now beats the logic, because personally I don't understand why you do something badly so that you can do it so many times just for you to feel good that you did so very many reps. If you really want to do many reps, just make sure that you control the weight. Do it as best as you could have if you're only doing one rep. Don't compromise form in the name of doing high reps. It won't make any sense. It's better to do few reps and do them right. But if you really have to do high reps, then give them some respect and do them with the perfect form, at least so that if somebody asks you how many reps you do of a certain weight, don't tell us 20 reps and yet you did them shallow and partials. Try to make them as good as possible. So we're going to the second set, and now we're going to use 25 kilograms, just adding a little bit of weight. You see, today we are very general. We are very cautious with the weights we are adding because we're concentrating on doing super high reps today. This is just one of those days that we go for the high reps, just to also help that muscle to grow, and also to help it with muscle endurance. You know, normally when you work out, you can achieve many things, and also sometimes could train and just achieve one thing and forget the rest. But if you want to be a full, complete athlete, you need to try and consider everything. That is, you need to consider your strength, you need to consider your muscle density, you need to consider your performance, you need to consider your mobility, and so on and so forth. So which means you need to, for your endurance, you need to run, or you need to swim, you need to do some cardio, you understand? And for your strength, you need to do some heavy weights. For your muscles, you need to do those well-controlled reps. And for your muscle endurance also, you need to do super high reps. But now the advantage of doing super high reps is that with that one, you will gain muscles, you will gain muscle endurance, plus you'll also gain strength. So you gain strength, muscle endurance, and muscles at the same time. That's why I always favor going for the super high reps with the low weights, because it's just one of the best ways, if not the best way, to build an awesome physique and at the same time be very athletic in the process. Now this is the second workout. This workout is called the flying pec deck machine, and already we've done 2 sets on the first workout. So far we are on the third set of this entire workout. I want you to understand that when it comes to volume, you don't really need so much for you to build a muscle. You just need enough, and sometimes when you do too many sets, you get into junk volume and you don't really benefit so much from that. So it's not really important to go for super high sets unless you are trying to work on your capacity, because sometimes you want to be in a situation where you can handle a lot of compound movements, and you can also tolerate a lot of work, that is a lot of volume, because maybe you are going for a job that you'll need that, or maybe you're going to perform in a sport that needs you to do that, needs you to perform over a long period of time and with a lot of energy. And if that's what you need, then it's okay. But if you are for building muscles, you don't really need so many sets. In fact, 2 sets is enough to stimulate the muscle into growth. So we're going to the next workout, which is the declined dumbbell press, and here we're using 30 kilograms. We're also aiming for super high reps, which means somewhere around 15 reps. Now, another advantage also of doing these few sets is that you'll also have time to do other things, meaning you don't need to go to the gym and take forever over there. Like for instance, this workout that we're doing right now, this is a workout that you can easily finish within 30 minutes and you'll be out of the gym. You'll have a very well trained, in fact maximally trained chest, and you'll have a very awesome pump after that. You'll leave that place and you'll feel like you've done something. So we're going to the second set of the same workout with the same weight, which is 30 kilograms, still trying to do as many reps as possible. Another thing, I need you guys also to consider doing this workout, this decline. I see many people are not doing it because they say that, you need to build your lower chest, and they say that their lower chest is grown already, they have a problem in their upper chest. But guess what, guys? Anytime you do declined, you're also training your upper chest, if you didn't know that. Only that you hit your upper chest less. And it's not even well confirmed. I believe sometimes you need not to hit your upper chest for it to grow. Hitting all the time does not make it grow. Sometimes you need it to be stimulated, but with less work. So that's where declined will help you, in that you'll be training your chest, but you'll be allowing your inclined part or the upper part to work, but work less and still get stimulated. And I think that's good, because that will allow it to recover even faster. If that one is helping, if you are enjoying this video so far, you can like, you see, and of course you can share. So you can see this is how now our body, the physique, has been progressing right now. I can tell you that we are loving the bulk. You remember we are on a bulking season, and yes, which means we are eating a lot of calories right now. We're just trying to gain weight, but we don't want to gain fats. That's why. So don't confuse it. Some people think that bulking means we want to get fat. We don't want that. We want to gain so much muscles, so crazy muscles, but by the end of the year, you guys will be looking at me and you'll be thinking that I got into some steroids or something, because whatever we are doing and whatever we are planning to do, guys, I can only promise you the best. This body is going to transform. I'm sure I'm going to be surprised by this body myself, because I can already picture how it's going to look, and I'm scared already, because we're not going to leave anything out. We're going to work so hard. We're going to eat. We're going to supplement it. We're going to do everything within our powers, as long as we have the best body. And above that, we want to have a good health, so which means we're going also to take care of our health and mental health too. So if you like the video, let me see you in the next one.